It's Pavel. 6 things in technology that actually matters if you run a service company. Quick version of what is coming. The White House asking for early access to frontier AI. Cyber capability moving faster than most companies patch. Open models sitting only a few months behind the frontier. AI first service firms become a scored category. Shadow AI as a signal from the team. And the new role I think every service company is going to need. Let's get started. First one. Here's the news. The White House is asking frontier AI companies for up to 30 days of early access to their most powerful models before release. But the important part is this: the companies can say no. So, on the paper, it sounds like a model review board. In practice, it's closer to a handshake. And for a business, that changes assumption. You cannot build your AI plan around the idea that somebody else, somewhere upstream, will catch every dangerous capability before it reaches your stack. The government may review some models, the vendors may cooperate, but that is not control you own. So the move is not to panic. The move is to create your own small review habit. What are we using? What can it touch? What decisions can it influence? What data crosses the boundary? If the outside system is not mandatory, your inside system has to be deliberate. Second one, and this is the question I keep coming back to. When you buy AI tools, are you buying help or you are outsourcing competence? There is an old rule in business: never outsource your core competency. Everybody understands that the rule when we talk about manufacturing, customer service, finance, whatever. But with AI, we forgot it because it doesn't look like outsourcing. It looks like leverage. But if a tool or agency starts deciding how your claims move, how customers get prioritized, how exceptions are handled, how knowledge gets stored, then you are not just renting capacity, you are moving judgment outside of the company. And that's where the problem starts. You end up sitting between your customer and the provider that actually knows how the work gets done. So the answer is not do not use AI. The answer is move competence up. Let AI carry the repetitive execution, keep the strategies, standards, customer judgment, and operating logic inside the company. The tool belongs underneath your competence, not in place of it. Third one, here's the news. Epoch AI estimates that best open weight models are only about 4 months behind the best closed frontier models. 4 months, not 4 years. That matters because a lot of companies still think about AI like a vendor race. Which model is best? Which provider has the magic? Who has the lead? But if the gap is measured in months, the model itself is not where the durable advantage lives. The advantage is how quickly your company can absorb the capability when it becomes good enough. Can you switch models without rebuilding the operation? Can you protect your data? Can you decide which work should run in the closed cloud model, which work can run locally, and which work should never go near a model at all? That's the new technology judgment, not which logo is hottest this month. The open frontier is close enough that architecture, portability, and standards start mattering more. The model changes, the operating design and what compounds. Fourth one, here's a question worth sitting with. What happens when AI stops living only in the cloud? Microsoft and NVIDIA showed AI hardware that can run 120 billion parameter model locally. Put aside the exact model for a second. The business point is simple. The boundary is moving. A class of AI that used to mean send it to the data center is starting to fit on machines closer to work. That is exciting. It means faster workflows, private workflows, field workflows, maybe service workflows that don't have to wait on the central cloud call every time. But it also means AI will not stay neatly contained in one approved SaaS box. It will spread into laptops, workstations, phones, field devices, vendor tools, and internal systems. So the company that wins is not the one that says, we bought AI. It is the one that knows where AI is not allowed to run, what it is allowed to see, and what results has to come back with a receipt. The power is moving closer to the edge. The controls have to move with it. Here's the news. Constellation Research has started treating AI-first service firm as a scored category. I like that because it takes a phrase that could become marketing fluff, it turns into operating questions. How much work is digital labor carrying? How much revenue does each person produce because the system around them is stronger? How many agentic workflows are actually in production, not demoed? That is a useful version of AI first. Not we use AI, not we have a chatbot. A service company is becoming a technology company when the operating model changes and you can measure the change. And this is good news for smaller companies. You do not have to outspend the giants, but you can outdesign them. You can pick the workflow that matters, put AI under it, measure the outcome, and raise the service baseline before your competitors even agree on the committee. AI first is not a slogan. It is a scorecard. And the last one. Here's the questions worth sitting with. Who owns AI after the tool goes live? Because this is where the mess starts. Not during the demo. The demo always works. The mess starts after the launch. When the AI misses the escalation, or gives 3 slightly different answers, or uses old knowledge, or the team routes works through a personal account because the official path is too slow. The digest had 2 clues pointing to the same directions. 1. Shadow AI is everywhere. Employees are already using personal accounts because the need is real. 2. Analysts are starting to describe the new AI operating functions, people who onboard, coach, tune, and improve AI agents after launch. That sounds unglamorous. Most of the valuable work is testing handoffs, measuring rework, watching failed escalations, updating knowledge, making the safe path faster than the workaround. So don't ask only what AI tool should we buy. Ask who owns the loop after it goes live. Because AI does not become useful when it is installed. It becomes useful when somebody keeps improving the work around it. That's all for today's rundown. The tool is never the point. What it changes is. I'll see you the next time.